And this is it. Welcome to the HYROX Virtual Championships of Fitness. The big final, the live show, the best of the best all together here in our studio. And first and foremost, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, Flo Tiachiu. Very difficult name for me to say, but it was okay, right?
That's good. That's good. That's a good start. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Flo, and I'll be one of the co-hosts this evening. And we're going to get you through this whole competition this evening with some top athletes. I'm very excited to be part of it and to see what they have to give.
But let's talk about the last, it's 5 weeks now already. We started the VCF, obviously, as during these times it's difficult for us to participate in real events, in the real HYROX events. So we came up with the Virtual Championships of Fitness, the second version. We had the home series to kick things off. Amazing atmosphere there already, many really, really great athletes. But now with the Virtual Championships of Fitness, we rose the level again as far as I'm concerned. We had incredible performances in it, and 5 workouts over the period of 3 weeks in total. We had a bodyweight competition, an equipment competition, and in the end we had the best athletes that we can possibly think of in the HYROX universe.
Around the world.
Around the world, you said it, because we have athletes tonight from Pasadena in the United States to Australia, so a 16 hours time difference, which is also why we're meeting you. And I meet Flo here tonight at 8:30 German time, because this is the best time to actually get everyone under the same roof if you want. And we're not doing this by ourselves. My name is Mo Förster, as I said. I'm one of the co-hosts of HYROX and will be the host for tonight. Together with Flo, we will lead you through the whole competition, but we didn't do the whole thing alone. We had a great social partner on board. For the first time, we teamed up with Laureus, and Laureus is a Sports for Good foundation. I'm an ambassador myself, so I was very happy to basically have both sides combined here at the same time. Please make sure to donate as much money as you can for causes such as Laureus. It's very important, especially during these times, and Laureus is fighting against discrimination all over the world. That's something we definitely support. And I think something that you can also, say that it's really, really good to help those causes.
Excellent, and no better way to use sports to combine the two. Yeah, there's no boundaries in sports. Everyone is welcome, and this is what we're seeing tonight all over the world. Amazing athletes, and we had in the bodyweight competition, 70% of our contestants being part of this.
That's true. We had 70% of the participants in the bodyweight competition. And this is important to explain before we kick things off very shortly. You see on the right in the screen all the qualifiers for the HYROX World Championships of Fitness. So the real thing, the offline competition, the World Championships of Fitness that we recently announced. We will talk about that a little later. And we had the age group competitions there, so always 5 years would make one age group, and in every single age group you can qualify for the real championships.
And we're talking about the top 3.
The top 3 qualify, as you saw in those see in those graphics. And the good thing is, it means that even if you're not part of the overall competition, you still had a chance to finish top 3 and qualify for such a great thing as the World Championships. And the World Championships 2020, they will take place, and here's where.
The HYROX World Championships was planned for Amsterdam in October, and we've been counting down the days. But at HYROX, we don't host events for the events. We host them for you, our athletes. And for you, your health, your safety, we've moved the event to December. These 2 months will help us all prepare to put on a safe event, to prepare to compete. And in December, HYROX is coming home. The HYROX World Championships of Fitness, now in Hamburg, Germany. December 12th, 2020.
And we are back in the studio. This is happening this year, 12th of December 2020. But let's get back into what the bodyweight competition is all about. Why 70% of overall in the whole world athletes have been taking part of it? Because it is achievable for anyone. It only requires will, power, and a bit of space. This is all you need to be part of this competition. And you can compete against your colleagues, against your friends, against your family, by also joining on your own your Hyrox lead. And this is a great little competition because it does not matter your sports background or your fitness level, anyone can do it.
Even I could take part. So
Even.
amazing. It's really for everyone. And we saw the World Championships video. Maybe just a little information for everyone out there who's like waiting to go back on the Hyrox competition, the Hyrox event, the Hyrox race course. We had to move things. I mean, we could have had events now, but we wanted to have all American athletes and athletes from all over the world to be able to take part and participate at the Hyrox World Championships. This was what would have been maybe the case in October, but we didn't know. And we thought we need to give us, you guys, and everyone the chance to really prepare for such an amazing event. This is why we moved not only the World Championships, but also all other events to 2021. We announced this just a couple of days ago. You can see the full schedule on hyrox.com, and we all hope that we see all of you very soon at an Hyrox event arena. But I think we should go to it now. We should focus on the big final now, the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness, and we will shortly introduce you to all the 4 female finalists, because we will have the female competition first, the top 4 female athletes of the 2020 Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. And before we get those ladies here into our studio, if you want, I want to explain you quickly how the setup works on site. So we will have our participants sitting on various parts all over the world, and they have a judge on site, someone that will provide, from a very objective perspective, us with the judging and the rep counting. The judges are connected via phone with our head judges that are sitting just behind that screen in the studio here, and they will overview everything, and in case they have the feeling that something's not going as it should go, it will be under investigation, and they will constantly talk to the judge on site. Furthermore, there will be a video assistant helping our athletes on site to film and record everything so that you, we, and everyone else can follow the entire competition the best way we possibly can. But enough said, it's time to meet the athletes.
And so let's get onto it. On number 4 in the overall leaderboard, we have Morgan Schultz from the United States of America. Morgan, we're going to see her video straight away.
Hello, this is Morgan. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, well, let's welcome Morgan into the show.
Morgan Schultz.
Morgan Schultz is about.
Morgan Schultz. She's in the United States, so
we've got
I
a
hope
slight time
I hope there's a yeah. We will see her in 6 hours here on the show live. Hopefully, I will get an information here on my earpiece very soon if Morgan is about to join the show.
Oh, hello. Wait. How do I?
Oh, Morgan. I can already hear her.
Voice.
As
Hello and good evening, Morgan. Oh, good afternoon.
Here.
as we say in Germany, guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Yes.
Very good. Have you heard that before? Probably, right?
Yeah. Oh, plenty of times.
Okay, good.
So Morgan, welcome to the show. First of all, congratulations for being on the top 4 and competing in the virtual championship. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How are we feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm honestly ready to roll. I got some good friends here supporting me and cheering me on. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and may the best woman win.
Can you give us a little introduction of the judge that is helping on site today?
Yeah, sure. So my judge is my good friend Calvin A.
Hello.
He's on
Hey.
because we're, coronavirus. But yeah, he's been my friend for what, like eight years or so. And he's been judging me throughout the whole entire High Rocks virtual series, so I trust him.
Very good, and maybe it's at this stage important to explain that obviously this is Morgan's judge on site. He will judge all of Morgan's movements, and we will overlook it from here with our head judges. He will be, as I said, in touch with Morgan's judge on site, and they will talk about it. And the good thing is that he can really judge Morgan in a way, meaning that when there's a no rep, he can tell her so that you, Morgan, immediately know when there was something that you might have done wrong. Do you want to share some tactics with us, or don't you want to share it before the show starts?
Yeah, you know, I'll share some tactics, some very brief tactics. For me, the big thing is I know I need to break up the dumbbell deadlifts pretty early on. I can't take those in big chunks personally because I'm not the best at burpees. So that's going to be my main strategy, and I guess you guys will see from there what happens.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you.
Good luck, Morgan.
Guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So on number 3 of the leaderboard, we have Sarah Colte, and Sarah Colte is in Germany. So she's competing, trying to hold the European Championship right here. And let's have her video now.
Hallo High Rocks, hier ist die Sarah Colte. Wir machen heute das Workout 3 der High Rocks European Championship.
Hello and good evening, Sarah. We are cut off from her voice.
Sarah, you're still muted, I think. Is that possible? We cannot hear you at the moment. Sarah,
so as we go through the little technical issues we have, let's talk about Sarah and her performance in the High Rocks event. Sarah is currently the world record holder at the High Rocks live event.
Yeah, her personal best time from Essen in Germany last year was just incredible, an hour 05 and some seconds. Sarah, you can hear us, I think, but we cannot really hear you at the moment. But we see Julian there. He is from the gym, from the Korbel gym, where Sarah will be performing her live competition tonight. I think now I can hear Sarah.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello. Congratulations, first of all, for bringing yourself to the World Championship. Excellent. And you, as far as we know, you are not alone. You have a crowd that's going to be part of it this evening and helping you out. Is that right? You have an audience.
What?
You have
What again?
You have many people supporting you tonight. Is that true?
Yes. My kids are also with me here. My husband is on a stage and playing music, so it's just me and the kids and all the people around here in the studio.
Very good.
In Stuttgart, Germany.
Sarah, can you quickly introduce your judge for tonight?
My judge is Benny. He's also a High Rocks, wie sagt man? Judge. Head judge. Yes. And
yeah, perfect. So best circumstances, we have an official High Rocks judge who did head judging before. No worries there. Sarah, good luck. All the best. The only German participant in the final, together with 3 American girls. So fight for it, Sarah, and we see you later.
yes, see you.
Good luck. Bye. So now let's get to the number 2 place for the overall qualification. We have E. Schultz from the United States of America, and let's see her video.
Hello, I'm E. Church, and I'm here in Spokane, Washington. This is for workout number 1, by the way.
And good afternoon, eh? Welcome, and congratulations for making it to the number 2 place in the qualifications.
Thank you.
E, how are you doing? I mean, you are a really experienced athlete. You competed in the CrossFit Games. How is no, you're shaking your head. How is making the final at the VCF been for you?
You know what? This was actually pretty challenging for me. This is a little bit more endurance, and there was quite a bit of running. So it definitely pushed my abilities in those aspects.
So now,
But I'm super honored to be here. So
would you like to share a bit of your strategy for this evening?
You don't have to. It's
No.
just we're trying to get everything out of you that we possibly can.
We will see what happens then later on. Surprise.
E, can you introduce your judge really quickly so we can?
So this is Shauna Weathers. She's my good friend, and she's been doing CrossFit a really long time. She's a coach. Has certifications, and she's also certified a judge through CrossFit. So
Perfect.
She do a good job for me and a good job for you guys too.
Thank you, Shauna. Thanks for being on the show. Hopefully you can still push E to the best performance possible. All the best, E, and I see you in a bit. We see you in a bit.
All right, thank you.
See you later.
And let's take it to the last contestant of this qualification. Number 1 place is to Lauren Weeks. And let's see her video.
This is Lauren Weeks. Debbie and Lauren gonna go together. Lauren Weeks, workout number 2 for equipment.
And everyone, let's welcome Lauren Weeks, who's holding the number 1 place in this qualification. Good afternoon and welcome. We are muted. I think we cannot hear you. You probably can hear us. And
Perfect.
here we go. So welcome and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Lauren, because you're the only one who can really take us through the whole process of Hyrox virtual competitions, because you won the Hyrox Home Series, so the first virtual competition we did. How was this compared to the first one?
They were both difficult, but this one I think I ended up on the ground after every single workout, so I'd say this one was definitely harder.
Okay, so good job. Thank you so much. That's so exactly what we wanted. Now, great having you again in the final. I mean, you obviously, we have to say that. I'm sorry about that. You have to take it. You are the favorite for this final. You won 4 of the 5 workouts, I think. You did amazing. You won the home series, and now you're here as the first and best qualification in the best qualification spot. So you have to take the role of the person to beat tonight. Hopefully you're aware of that.
So what Mo is saying, pressure is on.
I will do my best.
We believe so. Would be very thankful if you could introduce your judge really quickly so we can see and hear a little bit from.
Sure. I think he might be on the phone with Mintra right now, but
That's okay. So Mintra is our head judge who will be in touch. Thank you very much for judging. You can push Lauren as much as you can. He is on the phone right now with Mintra Tilly, our global head of race direction. That's not even a word. Anyway, so we will have a really nice competition now. Thank you so much, Lauren. Good luck for the final. Pressure is on. That's true. And we will show you out there a little overview of our 4 finalists. These are the statistics from the first 5 competitions. And as you can see, they performed really differently on the individual events. Flo, maybe what's your thought when you look at the stats, and I know that you saw most of the video?
Well, first of all, amazing athletes, amazing athletes. What could play a role is the fact now that they only got the workouts on Friday. So they had a very limited amount of time to prepare for it. So when we look at it, as we say, Lauren Weeks is one of the favorites. So by the numbers that she's been holding, it's going to be a tough one.
And it's going to be interesting because if you saw that the 4th workout that was consisting of rowing and also jumping over the rower, that was when Morgan Schultz won the workout. She was the fastest in that workout. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that works out tonight, because we will show you the workout in just a bit, and it has something to do with those 2 workouts, I can tell you now. Apart from that, we are not alone tonight because we have an expert on the show. And I mean, this is amazing. I come from a completely different sport. I know you are much more familiar with everything that happens here tonight than I am. But we have an expert, and I want to introduce you to Matt B. Davis. We want to get Matt on the show now. Matt, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome. Matt, the founder of Obstacle Racing Media. I've been a couple of times on his podcast. He's doing a lot of podcasting and knows everything. I can say that very confidently. He knows everything about obstacle racing, about racing and in total. He did all the races. He competed in the Hyrox competition. He competed in everything that is out there. So Matt, we're very happy to have you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It is really great to be a part of this. We literally are doing a worldwide event, and we talked about the kind of amazing performances people are having during quarantine, but can we discuss the greatest hair during COVID times? Clearly belongs to Flo. He clearly has the most amazing hair I've seen in COVID-19 times.
Thank you so much. We had to meet at 10 a.m. this morning because he needed that much time to prepare himself. That's how it goes. Matt, what's your thought on the competition? I know you already talked to a few of the participants, and you are also very familiar with racing, as I said. So can we pick your brain there?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with 3 of the women, and everyone has gotten without races. This has been such a great opportunity for people to compete. We all miss being together, and this is the closest thing we can get. And I hope folks can recognize and realize what an undertaking this is. People have seen the Rogue Championships, and now what we're doing here, and it's really been a great thing to be a part of. As you said, Morgan won this workout, the one that had all the rowing in it the last time around, and Elizabeth was second in that workout. And we know that we've got some rowing here today, so it's going to be very interesting. I think the other really interesting thing to look at is you asked some strategy and how that's going to work out, because if you want to break up your rowing to give that body a rest, you're taking that time out, right? Getting in and out of the rower. So we're going to see how that factors in, as well as what you discussed. You've got people who are in the middle of their afternoon, evening versus people in the early morning. So I'm very excited to see how this goes.
That's amazing. That's exactly why we have him on the show. But we want to, because we were talking about the workouts a lot, we want to show you first what are the prizes that our winners can win today, and then finally show you officially the workout for the final that the athletes got just a couple of days ago. So let's talk
exactly. So number 1 place, we're going to start with number 1 place, is going for the $3,000 prize.
That's true.
So this is massive. So and then on second
American.
place,
that's American.
That's
yes.
American.
3,000 American.
Don't worry about that. It's American.
On second place, we have a $1,500 prize to win, and then for the final third place, we have $750 to win. So prize money at $3,000. This is amazing. So there is definitely a big stake to take home.
Exactly. Más o menos, as you say in Spanish. This is what they are fighting for tonight. The 4th place doesn't get anything, but that's sport. I mean, you're not even on the top 3, so you get a season pass, which is amazing. I mean, obviously, having a Hyrox season pass is amazing, but there's no prize money involved, unfortunately. But let's go into the real thing now. Matt, we will talk to Matt after we published the workout. And this is what the big show is all about tonight.
Hello and welcome to the big showdown of the Virtual Championships of Fitness. We created a workout that we believe is worthy for the grand final, and here it is. The final workout consists of 5,000 meter row, 150 wall balls, and 50 burpee deadlifts jump over the rower. Now, you can complete the distance and the reps as you like, as long as you complete the entire reps and the entire distance by the end of the workout. Meaning you can either complete 500-meter row, 5 dumbbell jump overs, and then 15 wall balls and repeat that 10 times, or you can go with the entire distance of 5,000-meter rowing, followed by 150 wall balls, followed by 50 dumbbell burpee jump overs. It's as you like, as long as you completed the entire reps and distances. The athlete with the fastest time is going to win the workout and will be crowned the winner of the Virtual Championships of Fitness. You all know the movement standards for the wall balls. We're looking for a clear squat below parallel, and the ball has to touch the wall above the target. As for the dumbbell deadlift burpees, we want to see your chest on the ground, then you stand back up, you hold both dumbbells in each hand, and then you jump and land with both feet at the same time. For the dumbbell burpee deadlifts, you want to perform a deadlift where your chest touches the ground. Then you stand back up, hold both dumbbells in one hand, and then you jump with both feet at the same time over the rower. We're looking for feet landing and jumping at the same time. That's it, guys. That's the grand final workout. Good luck.
So first of all, this is the 5-minute countdown. So for all the ladies in their places right now, in 5 minutes we start the overall competition. What a workout.
Wow,
I mean,
amazing.
I'm sweating and I'm just standing here,
Exactly.
and they have to
Think
perform
about
this
it.
now. But we got Matt still on the line, I think, and I really would like to talk to him about it, because Matt, you were already sharing some information of the tactics that could play a role here tonight, apart from the fact what time it is where they're located. But so I thought about it when we released it. I really thought about it. So how would you tackle this? How would you start? It feels like there's this endurance part, and then this very, very heavy part of especially the burpees, and then jumping over the rower with the dumbbells. How would you tackle it?
Well, I think it's going to depend on each athlete. You know, you heard Morgan say, was it Morgan that we spoke to?
We spoke to all of them.
4 of them.
The one who gave up her strategy was Morgan, who said,
"Oh yeah."
Who said, I know what I'm going to have difficulty with, which, by the way, I'm not sure I would tell my competitors that. But she said, I know I'm going to have an issue with this, so I'm going to break those up. Personally, I think I'd get that rower out of the way, but I really think it's going to depend on what their strengths are. If you look at how they all finished overall, it's really close. The points difference is very little. The men are kind of a little bit more all over the place, but all these women in all the workouts were somewhere between, I believe, 1 and 5. So I'm just as excited as you are to kind of dive in and see how each one tackles it.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I think I feel like the most important fact is that you don't have to do any breaks in between whatever you do. So you basically use whatever you're better at, and then you use the other things for recovery. If it's rowing or if it's the wall balls, whatever, then that should be so that you don't have to have a break without doing any of the workouts. That's how I feel about it, but I'm not sure.
Exactly. And also we don't have statistics about the body proportion, but it looks like some of those athletes are taller than others, and this will play a role in the rowing, because you can row, you've got a bigger reach or a longer reach, and then same for the wall ball, your hands will be closer to the target. So it will be very interesting to see how the technique goes on for each athlete as well, depending on their physicality.
So like in every good sports TV show, Matt, we all have to pick now. Who's going to be the VCF Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness winner of it all today?
I mean, it's very hard to pick against Lauren. I think E is going to give her a run for the money. I think they're both phenomenal athletes, but if I have to pick, I'm going to have to go with my American pal, Lauren Weeks.
What's your pick?
As you mentioned, I'm going to go with Germany. We're in Germany right now. So, Sarah, we're with you.
Okay, and then I go with Morgan, because the fact that she won the workout with the rowing and the burpees and then jumps over a rower in the first place, and I know she's competitive. She competed in a few Hyrox events herself. So Morgan, I go with you then here, and of course we all have E in our hearts, so everyone has a pick. So this is all good, and I can say, Matt, we will talk to you right after the final. It's the 2-minute warning right now. We start the competition in 2 minutes, girls. Just 2 minutes to go. This is 2 exactly. Just 2 minutes to go. And right after that, we will start with the Virtual Championships of Fitness, the big overall final. And we see you after a little break. So this whole show, the whole event and all the events wouldn't be possible without our partners. So thank you very much for being part of the show. This is Flo and Mo. We won't be seen in a few seconds because we will be in the off so that you have the entire screen to watch our 4 finalists competing for the Virtuals Championships of Fitness, the big HYROX competition this summer. And the competition starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! And it's really interesting, Flo. So this is how it all starts. Just to go quickly through all the information that you got. We have the rowing, the wall balls, and the burpees over rower. The reps will be updated constantly. So you see that Morgan, for example, already did 10 wall balls, and the same goes for Sarah. She already performed 13 wall balls. And the rowing will be updated whenever Lauren, in this case, steps off the rower, then you will see the number that she performed so far under the row sign on the top left, so that we are always ahead. But the interesting thing, Flo, and this is when you come into the whole thing here, is to see E starts with the burpees over rower, Morgan and Sarah started with the wall balls, and Lauren with the rowing. So how great is that? They all have different strategies.
Exactly. Interesting to see. And also, how many reps do they want to do? And what's coming after this as well? Not only what they're starting with. And we see the technique of E. She's stepping with one foot front each time before she jumps after the push-up phase. This can release a bit of energy. It is efficient to gather her whole energy in.
And I can see now that Morgan, you see Morgan performed 30 wall balls, so it seems that she wants to split the entire competition in 5 times the same reps. So that would mean she would do 30 wall balls, 20 burpees over rower, and then a kilometer of rowing every single time. And Sarah, she's so strong on the wall balls, so it looks like she wants to get the wall balls out of the way and then probably focus on rowing so that she can recover there to then focus on the burpees over rower at the end.
And E is on the rower now after her burpees. She's going for 25 at a time, looks like it.
Yeah, and so she did 25 burpees over rower. That's 1/4 of the entire amount of burpees over rower she has to do. So 100 is the target that she has to hit in the end, and she did 1/4 of it. We are 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes into the competition, so it's going to be a long, long road. But I like the fact that Sarah already did 80 wall balls.
She hasn't stopped since the timer started.
She did them unbroken.
And it looks like they're actually all using the rowing as a recovery phase.
Except
now
for
Lauren is
Lauren.
starting to really get a bit more strength into her pulls as she goes. Great recovery on the way back.
What do you say?
And Lauren is on 10 more wall balls to hit the 100.
What do you say? What do you say to Lauren's rowing performance? It really looks like she is recovering rather, or not taking.
She's taking about 2 seconds to recover on the phase coming back in.
If the camera assistant from Lauren can hear us, could you go to the screen and show us how quickly she rows at the moment? Is that possible? Maybe you hear me. It would be really interesting to see that. In the end, we have 3 athletes on the rower now, and Sarah is not going with the rowing after the wall balls.
She's up onto her burpees.
That is really interesting. So Sarah already performed 100 wall balls and is now taking care of the burpees over rower. So she hasn't rowed a single meter yet.
Frankie, brauch ein bisschen mehr Licht noch.
We will see, just for your information, we will see the rower whenever the athlete steps off the rower. Then we will see the screen so that we know the distance that the athletes rowed so far. But just from looking at the 3 athletes, I feel like Morgan has the highest intensity, at least, of the rowing, right?
Exactly. She's not taking so much rest on the way back in.
And you see Sarah has some troubles already with jumping with both feet at the same time. It looks, she did it very well there. It is exhausting. She already did 100 wall balls, and this is...
She's on to the rowing run.
14 reps for her on the burpees, and she starts with the rowing now. She's counting down, so that means she must probably try to go for 5K now.
Das ist mega, das ist super.
Good job, Lauren.
This is mega. We can hear from Sarah's coach Julian at the Corbel gym. He is going for and with her the entire race. We know a few things about the athletes. We know that E. Shirk, for example, we were talking to E before the competition. She works night shifts at a prison in the United States. Really interesting athlete, and she did an amazing job. Had to work night shifts. So it's really interesting to see how her performance, what her best performance time is like if you work
exactly.
night shifts.
Well, if we talk also about the physicality, but the mental strength you need to have to work in such conditions. So this will really show up into the last 10 or so minutes of the
So we need to see the screen from E's rower. Didn't really pick that number, I guess.
And as we talked, Lauren is not having a strength in the rowing, and that's probably why she's starting with the rowing. And we see that she's starting to struggle a bit into the pulling phase, taking more time to recover.
Correction. We see 1,000 meters rowed by Morgan Schulz now, so that's exactly what we expected. She is splitting the competition in 5 parts. Although she has just 10 burpees over rower.
Sag an, was du danach dann machen willst, ja?
And we just hear from Sarah's coach that tell me what you want to do after this. So that means that obviously there isn't a clear plan. She's trying to really do this on the run.
And he's back with a burpees once again. And remember, there is a time difference as 3 of our contestants are in the United States. So it is afternoon for them and evening for Sarah, who's based in Germany. So this will play a role. Sarah had to go through a whole day.
But what do you think there? Do you really think that lunchtime is the better workout time than evening?
Well, as Sarah has mentioned as well, she has 2 kids. A whole day with 2 kids could also drain some energy out of her for doing the workout so late. What would you do? What would you prefer?
To be honest, from the sport where I'm from and also in many sports, I think late at night is a classic time to for all the important matches and games that I played in my life. So I would actually go with this time that we have right now here in Germany. It's 9 p.m. here. So I think it's a good workout time. But I agree with you. It depends a little bit what you do and where you're from. And right now we see that E's rowing distance was updated. So we didn't see the screen in the first place, but that's what we have the judge on site for. And he is or she is connected through a phone connection to our head judges here and gives that information that E rowed 1,011 meters. So she was going for that 1,000 meters as well, and then a few meters more. And Lauren is still rowing.
Lauren is still rowing, and we're on past the 8-minute mark, and she's still up there.
So that means she would probably have, what, 8 minutes would mean a little more than 2 kilometers already?
Exactly. We'll be looking at this.
Okay, Sarah did just a few burpees over rower. I felt like Sarah had some struggles with the burpees over rower.
She was, yes, picking up the
Go,
fit.
Mark.
She had a bit of issues picking her the fit as it jumped over.
You know
what do you think? She's going to finish her wall balls right now. She's going to clock the 50 last wall balls.
And you know what I think? It feels like if I would call a leader right now, I would say it's a tough race between E and Sarah. And you know why? Because E already finished 50 of the burpee over rower that take a lot of time. And Sarah is about to finish the wall balls and rowed 1 kilometer and has 14 burpees over rower. So my pick right now would be it's Sarah and E leading the competition.
But that's the great part of this specific workout is the fact that, first of all, they can choose whatever order they do during the workout, meaning Lauren is still on the rower, and we know that that's not her strength. So as soon as she steps out of it, maybe she's going to start catching up. So we can't really say there's a clear winner taking the race.
And I totally agree with what you just said. And and we know from the competition that Lauren can crush the wall balls. She can do them unbroken, and she might even do 150 wall balls unbroken if you ask me. So I really think it's going to be really close. And I mean, we cannot forget about Morgan Schulz. She won the workout during the regular competition, and it was very comparable to this one. So, and she already rode almost 2 kilometers, did 60 wall balls and 20 burpees over row. So this is going to be such a tight race. And to say it again, don't be confused by the fact that there are no stats for Lauren's statistics up there. It's just because she started with the rowing and hasn't stepped over off the rower yet.
Yes, more.
And we're on 10 minutes and 40 seconds of this workout. So, Mo, what do you think will be an approximate time to finish this workout as it is written down on paper?
Well, I guess we're getting into the range of like 30-something minutes, 30 minutes maybe. We are 11 minutes into the competition now, and we see that the average amount of rowing is below, let's say, 20%. So that means we can expect, another... This was probably like a third of the competition that we got now.
Here we go.
And Lauren is struggling a little bit. She is taking time off the rowing. I like to hear about her tactics after the competition because she must feel very comfortable with the wall balls and the burpees over rower, right? If she wants to do them at the end to like finish it off.
And as we see her rowing technique, she's going through phases where she's putting a lot more emphasis on the pulling phase and really having a long recovery, and other phases are a bit shorter in the recovery. So very interesting technique.
Yeah. So 2014 meters for E. Shirk now. That's what we just saw on her rower screen. There's updated on the graphics now. 2014 meters. She did 50 burpees over rower and 13 wall balls now. So exactly the other way around that Morgan Schulz is doing it.
Exactly.
And this is also why I think that E is a couple of seconds in front of Morgan at the moment, because the burpees over rower just take a little more time than the wall balls do.
Yeah. And what is the exact target to hit for the wall balls?
It's 2 meters and 70 centimeters. So it is the Hyrox, what you have to do on Hyrox competitions as well. And 1,004 meters here on Morgan's screen. That means it's 2,012 meters in total. 2021, I'm reading here right now. Oh yeah, this is the change now, no problem. Thank you guys for working so hard back there. It's 2,012 meters for Morgan Schulz now, and this is basically exactly the same amount of meters that E rode so far.
Exactly. And let's not forget that we have a whole team behind helping with the judging and putting the numbers up. So let's not forget this, guys.
Absolutely. And I really think we can already say that this is an epic competition. We have 3 athletes from the United States, 1 athlete from Germany with Sarah Colty, the world record holder of the Hyrox competitions. And yeah, as you said, it's a big shout out to all the assistants. The camera quality right now is really, really amazing. It's great to see how everyone helps performing during this grand final of the Virtual Championships of Fitness.
And let's talk about Morgan's physicality, but not only physicality, but also the mental strength that she has. She has done 2 workouts or 2 Hyrox category events in one day. Yeah. That is crazy.
That is true. Morgan performed in the doubles competition in the morning and then did the singles pro competition in the afternoon. So she knows how to fight her way through. And there's an update on Lauren Weeks' rowing flow. It's 3.3 kilometers. So that means she is about a kilometer ahead in the rowing of E and Morgan, which means, let's say 4 minutes, maybe a little more.
Exactly.
And in the 4 minutes, she can do the wall balls. I know that.
Do you think?
She can definitely perform the wall balls in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
We're looking at 150 wall balls in 4 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
No, the 100 wall balls at the event, that's what,
Okay.
what she can do in 4 minutes. Obviously, with the 50, we are talking about maybe 5 to 6 rather. But and then again, she is 1,300 meters ahead. So we are talking about 5:30. And that's the time that she would need to like kill the wall balls. And then she has the burpee overall.
Very close to the rower.
So we see that it's counting down, so we have to do the math here now. It's 2,030 meters that Sarah Colty rode now. 2,030 meters for Sarah Colty.
Got this.
And what's that screen saying there?
The splits of 2 minutes per 500 meters.
It's a 2-minute split right now.
Got this.
A 2-minute split. That's a good time. That's
That is-
exactly what
that
we
is-
said. So it's
that is
4
very good.
minutes for a kilometer.
Exactly. That is very good.
That is a really
And
good.
we're starting to see some tiredness in our athletes, taking some breathers, some breaks. We had Morgan, who had a break before she hopped on the rowing machine, and Sarah's also having a breather in between her wall balls, but she's about 8 wall balls away to finish this.
And Sarah rode, we're still missing the number there. It's 2,030 meters that Sarah rode already, did on the rower already. So 2,030, so she is right there together with E and Morgan. But
And
she
here we
finished the
go.
wall balls. She finished the wall balls now, and she is going back to the rower where she has to do 2,970 more meters. We need to update the graphics there. And now we see Lauren doing her first burpees. Lauren changed it now. She rode 4 kilometers. She said before, if she's feeling well, then she will do 4 kilometers of rowing before she starts with the workouts.
Exactly. So she's feeling really well.
She must feel very comfortable.
An interesting technique. She's taking breaks in between her reps. So she's turning around, lifting her hands off the dumbbells to rest probably the grip and the weight that she has to carry.
Is that efficient? What do you say?
Again, it depends on the athletes.
And
but
it's great. It's great. Sorry, it's great because we now can see exactly the difference. Sarah is on the bottom and Lauren on the top, and you see the difference. Lauren is putting the dumbbells away every single time that she jumped over the rower, and Sarah is carrying them all the way around. That might cost her a couple of seconds.
The grips will be tied. And as we can see, Lauren has an interesting technique as she jumps over. Look at her back. She's not going straight. She's leaving her back down there. This might cost some time, or win her some time for staying down. And we're starting
Sarah
to see
has to rest
Sarah.
now.
Sarah is on the floor resting.
But Sarah is an absolute performance machine. And once Sarah did the last 10 burpees over rower, she just has 2,970 meters left of rowing. So we're talking maybe 12 minutes, not even.
Exactly.
And this is an amazing time. She will be able to finish maybe even below 30 minutes.
If we have Lauren and E side by side doing the wall balls, once again, we talked about the different physicality in the athlete. E does not have to reach that far up to get to the target as Lauren has. And this plays a massive role into the amount of power that you have to generate to get that ball to the target.
And we see also the reps, how they perform it. I mean, we had a lot of discussions on various occasions throughout the competition regarding reps and no reps and the kind of performance that the athletes do. And these are just perfect repetitions.
Exactly. And funny fact is that Sarah as well has never had a no rep during her whole career in the Hyrox Live events. Is that right?
I'm not 100% sure of that fact, but it sounds really cool.
She's a perfectionist.
But look at this now. So the burpees over rower, it's half time for Sarah on the burpees over rower now. So she has those almost 3 kilometers of rowing ahead of her and only 50 burpees over rower.
But remember, she's starting to show some tiredness as well, which might cost her some time for the last reps that she has to do. But we stay with her.
Shona, was that better?
Oh, it's that was my mistake. I'm sorry about that. It's only 50 burpees over rower, of course. So that means that Sarah is already done with the wall balls and the burpees of the over rower. She just doesn't have to perform a single more rep on anything but pulling those strings at the rower.
Exciting, exciting moments. We're coming to the end of that competition almost.
And it is very difficult to really call this at the moment. So E finished the burpees over rower as well, and she just has 50 wall balls in front of her. So you can basically say E has 1,000 meters more of rowing than Sarah does, but therefore she has to do 50 more wall balls. So what do you think? What can you do faster, a kilometer of rowing or 50 wall balls?
Personally?
Personally, after 20 minutes of hard workout.
Exactly. Well, it really depends on the strength of each athlete. Now we're talking endurance. We're talking of the last little resource that you have in your lungs. Tough to say. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, I agree. But I feel like it's a little easier to perform 50 wall balls quicker than 1,000-meter rowing. Because as we saw the times, you will not be faster than 4 minutes on the rower.
But remember, rowing, it does not matter how hard you push, you will always go forward.
That is true.
The wall balls, when you stop, you stop. There's nothing happening.
That's 100% true.
This is the big difference between the rowing and the rest of the exercises. No matter the intensity, you will always go forward if you start pulling.
And because Sarah chose to finish off with the rowing, we would really love to see the screen of Sarah's rower from time to time. So if we could pass that information on to Sarah's camera assistant, to Julian at the Corbel Gym, it would be really great to pick the screen from Sarah from time to time. Also the judges, thank you so much. Obviously someone's listening. So we see 2.5 kilometers left to go. Julian, if you could show us that screen from time to time, that would be very, very helpful.
And look at the background of Sarah as well, with all those winning cards, and she's onto it. She has a title to save.
That is true. And Lauren finished 100 wall balls now.
You got it, Lauren.
So it's 100 wall balls for Lauren, and for Morgan, it's the next kilometer of rowing ahead of her. And then she has exactly what she wanted. She splitted the competition in 5 parts. She has 30 wall balls left, 10 burpees of a rower, and 2 kilometers of rowing.
This is exciting.
And we hear the noise of the coach from Sarah saying, stay under 2. So he wants her to stay under 2 minutes for 500-meter rowing, which is amazing.
After doing 150 wall balls and 50 burpees, this is amazing. We're talking about top athletes right here.
And by the way, we see that Sarah has 2 and a little, maybe 100 meters, 2 kilometers and 100 meters left to row. Lauren just has 986 meters to row, but she has to still do 30 wall balls and 30 burpees over rower.
But again, we say that's her strength.
There was the update from Sarah on the rowing. 25 wall balls left for Lauren, and a little bit under the radar, it's E. Shirk, who already performed 100 wall balls and is done with the burpees over rower. So even E is, as far as I'm concerned, really, really, really close to making this. This is an epic battle. It's going to be so close. I'm really excited to see how this is going to end. And I mean, the whole competition was close. So, to say the least, we had with Rebecca Neta finishing in 4th position on the very exact same amounts of points, just not making the final. And she's an amazing Hyrox athlete, finished 2nd at the Hyrox World Championships last year from Hamburg, Germany, where Hyrox was born. And she just missed the final due to the better individual positions where Morgan finished 1st in the workout that we were talking about so much now. And that is why she didn't make the final. So the whole competition in the first place was so exciting and tight. And now this is gonna come to a very, very exciting end with 4 athletes basically being head-to-head at this very moment.
And Lauren has finished 150 wall balls. She's up to her burpees. She has 30 to finish.
And you see now, so there, E and Lauren have the same amount of rowing, and E has 25 wall balls to do, and Lauren has 25 burpee over rower still left. So I think E is even a little bit ahead of Lauren at the moment. What do you think?
Well, the wall balls are definitely a quicker exercise to do. As we can see, she's going through the reps very nicely, as Lauren has to get up and down off the floor each time.
And we are 25 minutes into the competition. Sarah has 1,500 meters left to row, but E. Shirk has just 985 meters left to row and just 10 wall balls. So when E finished the next 7 wall balls, she will be the designated leader of this competition, because she is leading by, let's say, 300 to 400 meters before Sarah Colty. E. Shirk, as far as I'm concerned, is leading the competition at the moment. And Lauren might have picked the wrong tactics here. She is 17.
Let's have a look.
Just 16 now, burpee over rower back, but they need more time than the wall balls. And now we can see.
There's 1,315 meters left.
So now we see E. Shirk and Sarah Colty finished everything, and E. Shirk just has about 900 meters left on the rowing. Flo, I tell you something. E. Shirk is leading this competition.
All you, all you, all you, all you, baby.
And
Let's go.
hopefully we can also get the screen from E at this moment. Maybe we can tell the judges, to our head judges, please tell the judge to, so the camera assistant can show us the screen from time to time so that we know how much rowing E still has to do. But I can tell you, because Lauren also has to row for another kilometer, I really think that she is out of the competition here. She will not be able to win this one.
So we have a Sarah Colty and E who's fighting for #1 place, and let's see who's #3 is going to go for.
It looks a little like
Lauren or Morgan.
It looks a little like Lauren and Morgan are fighting for the 3rd spot in this.
Breathe, you got it.
Another 1,020 meters for Sarah, and E is about 700 meters away from
winning.
The finish line.
E. Shirk is 700 meters away from winning the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. We can see her average pace there. It's below 2 minutes for the kilometer. So this is gonna be really exciting.
Got this, Morgan. It's all you.
And Sarah is second right now, but it's really close because Sarah has about a kilometer left to row, and so does Lauren. So these two are fighting it out for second position. But E. Shirk, with just 500 meters left to go, looks like the designated winner of the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. The only one that no one picked.
Exactly.
E, you showed it to all of us.
That boosted her to get the #1 place.
She is slowing down a little bit now of the rower, and we see Lauren being 10 seconds faster in average, but it doesn't matter, I think, because E just has 400 meters left. Sarah is in second position, pretty much 800 meters to go for Lauren, and it is just 700 meters to go for Sarah. So these two are fighting it out for second position. Morgan, unfortunately, is with the burpees over rower still a little back. She has just 3 to go. 3 to go for Lauren. She's fighting her way through. Never give up. That's for sure. No one will give up here at any point. But 250 meters to go for E. Shirk. E. Shirk has 250 meters to go, and Sarah 550. This is a 300-meter difference. I don't think that that's something you can get in the last maybe
And look at the strokes
minute.
from E. She's really going under the 2 minutes pace. She's on 1:57 for 500 meters. She's really pulling this one off.
We had 29 minutes into the workout, so now you can call me an expert with a 30 minutes guess. This is going to be pretty much down to the minute. It is only 80 meters left for E. Shirk. Ladies and gentlemen, the designated winner of the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. It's just 40 meters left for E. Shirk. E, you're almost home. 20 minutes. 10 minutes for E. Shirk. This is one more. And here we are. E. Shirk, congratulations.
Congratulations. She's done it under 30 minutes. Look at
the first.
This is amazing. And we've got Sarah, who's on the last 300 meters to row.
29 minutes and 30 minutes. And 30 seconds. E. Shirk is the first ever winner of the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. What a performance, Flo.
What a performance.
And now we are fighting for second place, and it's only 200 meters left to go for Sarah. And it's 650 meters to go for Morgan, and just a little less for Lauren. So Lauren and Sarah will battle it out for second position. It's 130 meters left for Sarah, and it's 200 meters left for Lauren. So I think, Sarah, you will have this one in second position. The last 100.
The last 100. Here we go.
Weiter, dranbleiben. Come on. Geil, weiter. Go.
And the last 30 meters for Sarah, and she is about to take place number 2.
And this is probably Sarah's son. Sarah, you got this second position for Sarah Kolti from Germany. Congratulations, Sarah.
In 30 minutes.
Unbelievable performance. Sarah Kolti finished in second position, but the winner, E. Shirk, in the top right. E. Shirk, there we see the winner.
An athlete. And we're on the last 20.
And it's 5 meters to go. And here we are.
Number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wrap. We got our first 3. The top 3 are set. Morgan Schulz, unfortunately, Morgan, we are stopping the competition right here. We got our top 3. It is 300 meters left for Morgan, and she obviously wants to finish this one as well, so we will let her do that. But what amazing performances of our 4 participants. Unbelievable.
This was exciting.
And we are back live here from the studio. We are sweating, not as much as the girls, I guess, but we will go off for a little break and then be back after this.
Zeit für Bier-Yoga. Einatmen, ausatmen, trinken.
Wenn du nicht bereit bist, 2 Stunden vor der Arbeit aufzustehen, ist es nichts für dich. Es ist nichts für jeden. Aber es ist was für dich. MyPro Plus. Verdiene es dir.
We are talking to number 4. I just wanted to say that. So
Morgan.
We have to get Morgan on the split screen now. Morgan, are you there? Are you already able to talk again? I hope the break was not long enough, that's for sure. And I have to admit that I always hated those post-match interviews when you still can't breathe and talk.
Exactly.
And people wanted to know why things didn't work out the way you wanted. So she's still taking a breath, and that is totally fine. I think let us talk about the competition for a second. This was unbelievable. I mean, we saw all those different tactics and the way they tried to perform the way they did.
And it came down to the last 5 minutes to actually see someone really taking up the race. And we're talking about E. She really finished up well.
Unbelievable, yeah. And I want to maybe talk to Lauren quickly if she's already there. She had a couple more minutes to take her breath, because obviously this was really important and interesting to see that she chose to start with the rowing the way she did. So maybe we can get Lauren on the phone. Lauren.
Yeah?
Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on finishing third. This was really interesting. Are you already able to talk us through your thoughts again? You did it completely differently than anyone else. So can you, please, can we pick your brain? What were your thoughts?
I know that I'm not as good of a rower as the 3 other girls. And when I get back onto the rower after something, it gets even worse. So I know that I wouldn't be able to hold a high pace, but I had to get a big chunk of it done, or I would have been minutes behind everyone.
Okay, so
I knew I was a run for my money.
So in the end, you basically did exactly what your plan was. You stuck to the game plan. And in the end, there were 500 meters or something missing. So we're talking about maybe 50 seconds here or something. So it wasn't a bad call.
Yeah, that was my plan. I had to do a big row right out the beginning. I was really crossing my fingers you guys will let us do running, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This is,
That's okay.
you know, the row is a big part of the Hyrox competition as well. Anyway, Lauren, it was great having you again, having you on the finals again.
Good job, E. I don't know if I can see her. She can see me.
No, but she sees you, and you guys will be able to talk after. And thanks, Lauren. I hope maybe to see you at the Hyrox World Championships. You obviously qualified, and I hope to see you soon. Congratulations for the $750 prize money. Keep working out, keep fighting, and see you back on the racetrack very soon. Thanks, Lauren.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. And I think it's time to talk to Sarah for a bit.
Sarah, let's have Sarah on the show.
Sarah, maybe in German for a second. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Sarah.
Danke, Moritz, weil du bist auch der mich überredet hat, mitzumachen. Ich habe es nur für dich getan.
So she just said that I convinced her to take part in this. So thank you, Sarah, for doing that. So that also obviously means we share the prize money. Thank you so much. Amazing. What a performance, Sarah. You did unbelievable in this final. Please talk us through a little bit. What were your thoughts about the tactics?
So I was surprised about myself to do the first 100 wallboards, wie sagt man, in a row. And then I was surprised that my legs were a little bit hurting. But after all, I have to say, this summer I was preparing for an Ironman race. So I'm surprised that I could perform the dumbbell jumps so well and also the wallboards, because I was more on the endurance side this summer.
Okay.
So I'm
interesting. Let's see what it's good for in the Hyrox World Championships at the end of the year. But this was an amazing performance. $1,250 prize money. Really, really well done, Sarah. Your kids are very proud of you. I'm very sure about that. And I see you very soon on the racetrack. Bye, Sarah. Have a great evening. And I think it's time for the winner.
Number 1 place.
The Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness Overall Champion 2020. It's E. Shirk from the United States of America.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, E. What an amazing performance. I mean, we picked winners at the beginning. I don't know if you were able to hear that. And we both picked wrong, so you proved us completely wrong. Amazing. Can you talk us through your competition a little bit? What were your thoughts on the tactics?
So my strategy for this was, obviously, you have to pick a strategy that's best suited for your fitness and your body. I knew that the dumbbell burpee jump over the rows was probably going to tire me out the most, and I didn't want to save them for the end, so I wanted to get them out of the way right away. And I figured a couplet was probably the fastest way to do that. So I kind of just went back and forth between the dumbbells and the row. Biggest set that I could get done that I felt like I could get done quick without tiring out. And then move on to a couplet of the rower and the wall balls, because even when I'm tired, I feel like I do wall balls fairly well. And I just wanted to be on the rower. I wanted the rower to be the last thing that I was doing, because no matter what, you're always making progress forward. And if I was to end on a dumbbell or a wall ball, there was a good possibility that I would get so tired I would have to stop, and then I'm making no forward progress. So at least on the rower, I could continue to move forward the whole time. So it's kind of like what I was thinking.
And to say the least, it was obviously not a very bad choice to do it that way, because in the end, you made it. You won the entire competition. It was a really interesting approach. It was not, as Flo said, not until the last 3 or 4 minutes that we could really see who's leading and how far Sarah was behind at that point. Congratulations, E. Amazing performance. $3,000 prize money. You're qualified for the Hyrox World Championships of Fitness in December in Germany. Hope to see you there. And
yeah, I just want to say one thing real quick. I just want to say good job to all the other girls. I mean, this online competition was so much fun for me. It helped light a fire back in my competitive spirit after everything was canceled. And they're so fit and such good runners and so good at endurance. It really pushed me outside my box, and I had to really push myself and work really hard. You guys are so awesome. You're very fit. I hope that you're really proud of what you've done, and you helped me push myself, so thank you.
I bet they appreciate that very much, but so are you. Thank you, E. Thank you so much for being part of the Virtual Championships of Fitness. Hope to see you in December in Germany, and until then, bye-bye for now.
All right, see you later. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations, bye.
So unfortunately, we couldn't get Morgan on the show so far, but we will get the chance now, so we will quickly talk to Morgan, Flo.
And see what her strategy was. Yeah, very interesting as well. Hello, Morgan.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Morgan, we are good. I mean, we are
just standing here.
We're just standing here. How are you?
I'm tired. Not gonna lie, that really kicked my butt. It was a fun way to end the online virtual championships. Definitely out of my comfort zone with the wall balls. I know those probably are my least favorite thing, but I think I put up a good fight. And congrats to everyone who competed, not just the people in the final, but everyone who did it throughout the summer. It was such a fun way to cap it off.
Yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. You gave a great fight. I mean, in the midway through the competition, we even thought you were leading, because at that point you had, with your strategy of doing the competition in 5 parts, basically at the beginning, we thought you were even probably ahead. And then in the end, especially Sarah and E, they stood on the pace. How you say that, pedal, and really got their speed a little up. So that was really, really interesting to see. Thank you so much. We know you're a great competitor. We know that you will compete many more times, hopefully also in Hyrox competitions. Hope to see you very soon, Morgan, in Hamburg at the World Championships. And thank you so much for being part of this.
Yeah, thank you guys for hosting it. It was such a blast.
Thank you so much. Have a great day and talk soon. Bye-bye, Morgan.
Bye, Morgan.
Bye-bye.
So it's time to get the voice of the expert, I think. So we are talking to Matt B. Davis again. Matt, my first question to you is, are you as excited as we are?
Matt,
you're muted. Matt, you're muted. You have to start again. So I ask you again, we pretend that never happened. Matt, are you as excited as we are?
I am as excited as you are. As I said, these women are all very close. And as you said, first, second, and third position were all over the place until we got to those last 2 minutes, and then it was finally decided that Morgan was out. E talked about how that strategy worked for her, and I think that it might be easy to say, well, it's definitely the right strategy, but we're going to see with the men if it is, because that's the one that worked for her. She said, I'm weak at X, and so I'm going to do Y, versus the other women. For Lauren said, I want to get the rowing out of the way because that's my weakest. But it didn't necessarily work out for her. One thing I wanted to notice, I wasn't sure there was so much going on. Morgan seemed to stand up really tall on those jump overs. And I feel like she lost a lot of time on the standing up tall and turning the hands. And it just goes to show you how technique makes just as big of a difference as strength and everything else.
That's a very interesting fact, and I mean, all of you can scroll back and have a look at that.
Because that's exactly what we talked about in Lauren's technique as well. She tends to leave her upper body down as she jumps over, and she leaves the dumbbells as she's turning around to get back down to the push-up phase, and that makes a difference in energy saving as well.
Right, and we noticed E doing those because E got those right away. She knocked out those almost instantly. So I'm really curious to see how the men are going to take this on.
And as if we rehearsed that. So amazing how you do this, Matt. It's great working with you all the time. So that was it. That was the female virtual championships of fitness, the overall competition. E. Shirk from the United States is the winner. Sarah Colty is the vice champion, and Lauren Weeks finishing in 3rd position. Unfortunately, with Morgan Schultz ending this competition with a season pass for the High Rocks competition. So this is amazing. She gets a season pass. We didn't get one. So, I mean, she's leading that competition. But now it's time to end up the female competition. We will watch a little video and then talk about the men. Thank you so much. And see you.
There are so many reasons to give up.
This is my last letter.
But so many more reasons to keep going. Fitness is the life that we choose to live.
Let my voice be heard.
And this life is beautiful. So get up. And be the best version of yourself. It's time. For High Rocks, the World Series of Fitness.
And we are back in the studio.
We are back here, and it's time to talk about the men. So, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a great female competition, but now it's time to get the men into this. And I mean, we don't want to talk too much about what's going on again, because we just saw the competition. We know what it's like. We know what it's going to be like. We will have the same setup. We will have the judges on site and the camera assistants, and that will be the judging. They will be connected with our judges here in the studio. And I think it's time to talk to the athletes.
Exactly. So this setup is exactly the same as the ladies, but now let's get on our top 4 qualified men for this virtual championship. And we start with number 4, Norbert Vanskodi from Hungary.
It's a very difficult name. We will have to ask him how to pronounce it.
But first, let's get the video on.
Komm, durchhalten. 13 Minuten. Jawohl, noch 15 Minuten. Komm, fast.
We are back, and let's welcome Norbert onto it. Hello and good evening, Norbert.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations for making it to the grand final with number 4 place. And as we've seen on the video, what a great athlete. Norbert, would you like to talk about your strategy to this workout?
Sorry, I don't speak no English.
Okay, Norbert.
No problem.
No problem. Could you introduce your judge? Who is your judge for today?
Okay, yes. Hi. Hello.
Hello. What is your name?
Zsolt Varga.
I'm not going to attempt to repeat that name,
try.
But he will
Don't
be
try.
Norbert's judge for this evening. Welcome and thank you very much.
Zsolt Varga.
Perfect.
Varga.
Don't worry.
Here we go.
Okay, see you soon.
See you soon.
Good luck.
Bye. See you soon.
So now on place number 3, we have Markus Friesen from Germany, and let's have a look at his video.
Okay, Markus Friesen, VCF, equipped, workout 5.
Hello and welcome back. Let's get Markus on. Hello and good evening,
guys.
Markus.
Hi.
congratulations for your number 3 place right here. And
Thank you.
how are we doing this evening? So you're in Germany, it's 10 to 10, quite late, but how are you doing? And how are you going to tackle this competition this evening?
Oh, I think it's better to don't talk about it.
Okay, this is a surprise then. Please, could you introduce your judge for us?
My judge is Jan. He's here.
Hello, Jan, and thank you very much for being part of this great competition.
Markus, you just saw the female competition, I guess. Did you pick anything out of that? So did you see it, and did that change your tactics in a way? No.
No, I think I know my strengths and know my weaknesses, and I have a plan, and I will crush it.
Okay, so we will talk about your plan after the competition. Thanks for being in the final.
Okay.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you too.
Markus is confident and Markus is in the tunnel. But let's get on place number 2 now with Christopher Wille. And he is all the way from the Southern Hemisphere, Australia. And let's have a look at his video.
Red line, 3 meters. All right, let's go.
So let's get Chris. Hello, Chris, and welcome. Congratulations for place number 2, mate. Very good to have you from all the way to Australia. First of all, local time. What is it?
It's 10 to 6 in the morning here. How you guys doing?
10 to 6. So that's probably wake up at 5, something like that.
I've been awake all night just frothing for this.
Here we go.
Is that a good workout time for you, like 6 a.m.?
Yeah, I like it. Any time's good, but yeah, I like the morning. I'm ready to go. Let's crush it. Let's go.
It's really interesting.
He's pumped.
Yeah, he's pumped. He was pumped all days, over the entire competition. Whenever you talk to Chris, he was like, "Come on, get the things going." Chris, you performed already in a Hyrox competition. You were in Dallas. 1:03 is your personal best, which is an amazing time, by the way. One of the top 10 times, I guess, of all time. Are you trying to tackle that world record at some stage as well?
Yeah, my good mate, Hunter McIntyre, he's going for the record in October. And I raced him in Dallas, actually, but I had to let him win that one. So October come around, I'm taking him down.
It's actually been shifted to December, so you have a couple more months to prepare for that World Championships there. But Chris, thanks for having you, and good luck in a few minutes.
All the best, mate.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
And let's take it on to place number 1, and we have a local athlete from Germany, Lukas Storath, who's on. And let's see his video. Okay.
Lukas Storath, workout nummer 3, Hyrox workout nummer 4.
Hello, Lukas. Welcome and congratulations for qualifying at number 1 place for this virtual competition. So,
are you in a sauna, Lukas?
Looks like it.
It's sauna here. We're in the sauna here, yeah. We are actually at the sauna with a lot of people here making some party.
So you've got a big crowd behind you in the room to support you. Could we have a look at the crowd?
The crowd, yeah. We can show the crowd. Hey, Simon!
Look at that. He is having plenty of people behind his back, and that might play a massive, massive role because of the energy that's going to bring in this room. Lukas, would you like to talk to us about your strategy, or do you want to keep it a secret and you're just going to unleash the beast later on?
The strategy is a top secret, and everyone can have a look at this one at the end of the game.
Okay, I see he's pumped. He's in the tunnel as well. So, Luke, we know you. You will give your very best, and hope to see you later. Good luck for the final. All the best. And we can talk about the statistics as well a little bit, because it was really interesting to see Chris Woolley was basically dominating at the beginning of the competition. You see 600 reps on workout number 1, where Norbert had 474, so that's a big difference there. And then Lucas Strohrath came on to take over the first place in the competition, but amazing performances of all 4 of them. And it's going to be really, really exciting to see, especially because Norbert did amazing on the rowing workout number 4.
It's a very, very close call. When you look at all the numbers, this is going to be a tight race. But what we've got is a very pumped men from all over the world that's going to really take at each other this evening.
And that's what I love about it as well. We have Australia, Germany, Hungary. So it's a global competition, as we said. No Americans on the men's competition here today. And the workout, we will not show you the video again. You will see it and you know it. It's 5 kilometers of rowing. It's 150 wall balls and it's 50 burpees with the dumbbells over and the jump over the rower. So that means that they just have to perform them. So that, what does that mean? They just have to finish all of that.
Exactly. So it does not matter what they start with. They just have to complete each 3 exercises with a certain number as fast as you can to take number 1 place.
And this is time now to get our expert back in place, because I mean we talked about this a lot, and Matt is the expert when it comes to racing, the founder of Obstacle Racing Media, and he talked to us about the entire female competition. So Matt, we're quickly back now. It's the 5-minute warning for the men's competition already, so to all the men out there in Australia, Hungary and Germany, it's 5 minutes to go. Matt, what are your thoughts on the men?
I think having a crowd is really a good idea. I think that if I was doing this, I would want as many people around me as possible. So I think that's going to be interesting to see. Chris is just, you know, in the UK, we would call him a nutter. I mean, he's just 5 in the morning, doesn't care, ready to go. I think he is probably going to be my favorite. I know you're going to ask me. Yes, for the women, I picked the favorite, and I was so I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to go with Chris. I think Chris has got the energy, and I think much like our friend E, he might not necessarily be the best rower, but he's going to be fantastic at everything else, and I think that's going to rule the day.
Would you adapt anything from seeing the women's when you have your strategy? Would you change anything about your tactics after seeing the data?
I said doing all the rowing at once. I definitely watching her struggle like that. It's just horrible. Even if you think it's something that you're going to get out of the way, because as E said, at least you've got forward progress when you're really tired, as opposed to just sitting there waiting to get your arms back for the walls or for the jump over. So yeah, I would definitely mix them up.
Yeah, I agree. After watching the women's, I would also start with the burpee and then the jumping, because in the end, that would be the hardest, at least as far as I'm concerned. So I really like the way E approached that. That was a smart way. But for the men, what's your pick?
I'm gonna go for Chris as well. He's got a great spirit, and that might play a role as well to his performance. Not having to worry too much about the winning prize, but just doing his best at that specific time.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. At this point, I have to go with Lucas. I've seen him done this a few times, and I know he was it's not a strange pick, because he was obviously the number 1 after the normal competition. But I'll go with him. He's a beast in the meaning of the word. So I'm really looking forward to this competition. But we have with Norbert and Marcus 2 amazing athletes. I mean, you talked to Marcus just a few days ago. What were your thoughts there?
He was very excited. I mean, we had a nice little chat. English not his first language, but he did great. We were able to catch up, and he wouldn't give me strategy then either.
Okay, so at least that. So talking about the prizes again, we had a little mix up there before. Obviously, the 3rd place getting $750 prize money. For the 2nd, it's $1,250 prize money, and the winner gets the big check. It's $3,000. And yes, Matt, US dollars, so the real money, the best money you can earn. Yeah, this is the prize money. Do you think does that play a role for athletes on that level?
I think once they get here, it's about the title. I think they will all tell you that the money is nice, but once they get here, it's about that championship belt.
I agree. I really agree. Most of them are professional athletes. So.
Exactly. And that's what we heard from the post interview with the ladies, congratulating themselves on pushing the boundaries and the fitness and keeping them on the go. So,
but in the end, they will probably still not deny the check after winning it. I bet, at least. So, Matt, we are going into the final now. It's the 2-minute warning for the men's, just 2 minutes to go. We have a little commercial break again, and then we see all of you in just a couple of minutes for the grand final of the HYROX Virtual Championships of Fitness, men's edition. So, Flo, it's 30 seconds to go to the grand final of the HYROX Virtual Championships of Fitness. We got the top 4 men sitting in Australia, Germany and Hungary. Global competition. We're very proud to provide you with a competition this summer, although obviously during these times it's difficult to really go out there and race. But hopefully you enjoy the next, I guess it's less than 30 minutes.
Exactly, 30 minutes.
And we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
And to say the least, during these interviews, we had an electrifying stage in the men's. They are up for the money. They really want to be number 1, all of them.
And Flo, it's really, really interesting to see again. So we have Lukas Storrod on the top left. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the HYROX World Champion of Fitness. And he is starting the same way that Ishurk started.
Exactly.
With the burpees over rower.
And with the same technique as Lauren Weeks as well. He's leaving his upper body down, leaving the dumbbells as he turns around to hit the ground with his chest. So interesting that technique is something that is actually not bad.
It is not bad, and it's interesting to see that that Marcus is trying to get the wall balls out of the way, and Norbert starts with the rowing the same way that Lauren Weeks started. And do you see the technique of Norbert on the rowing? So he is really taking
a big recovery.
It's a big recovery there. He is trying to slow down. And Lukas started with 20 burpees over rower and is going to the wall balls now.
Keep it up, Chris. Keep it up.
Yeah, there's a little mix-up, I think, on Norbert's score, so don't worry about that too much. The 30 wall balls are not correct. There is a little misunderstanding right now with the wall ball count and the burpees over rower count as well, and Norbert's competition, because he started with the rowing and never left the rower so far. We will adjust that very soon. And we see Chris Woolley, he also started with the wall balls and the burpees over rower. So basically the same technique that Luke Storrat started with. And so we can easily see that Luke is ahead because he already has the same amount of wall balls, but he has 8 burpees over rower more. And Markus Frison started with 30 wall balls and 10 burpees over rower. So his strategy is the same that Morgan did.
Exactly.
So he is splitting up the competition in 5 parts, 5 times 30 rowers, 30 wall balls, 10 burpees over rower, and 1,000 meters of rowing. So now we see the score is correct.
Adjusted.
Tape it up. Come on.
And again, interesting to see what the techniques are. As we talked about it, Norbert is really taking it slow in the rowing.
And we have, I think we have some technical issues here with the score from Chris Woolley, because there was a little misunderstanding there, but now we're back to his real score, I guess, although the burpees over rower are not updated at the moment. But we will have that fixed really soon. Markus Frison, as we said before, he starts with the wall balls and the burpees over rower, so he splits it into 5 parts. And Lucas, tell me something about Lucas. He already did 30 wall balls, but he's almost done with the burpees over rower.
So that might be his weakness in this workout. So he probably wants to tackle the rowing right at the end, leaving the tiredness to the work. As we said, it does not matter how tired you are, as long as you pull onto the handle in the rowing machine, then you are going forward. And Norbert is on to his burpees, and he's got 1,018 meters rowing.
And he was on a pace at 1:39 for 500 meters.
1:39. This is big. As we had a sneak peek on Marcus' screen, he was at 1:51 per 500 on the rowing machine. So very, very big effort in this first few minutes by Norbert.
And I'm just waiting for confirmation from our back office here if Chris Woolley's score with the 60 wall balls and the 20 burpees over rower is correct now, because that is changing from time to time. So can you please update me if that score is correct so I can let everyone know? And in the meantime, we see that Lukas Storrat is on almost 40 burpees over rower already and has 56 wall balls done. That's an interesting number.
That probably tells us that he's going with the feeling rather than a number. Or he's probably have a strategy in numbers.
But I see he's sometimes not jumping with both feet at the same time. You see that? So there's a little difference, isn't it?
And we're going to have to talk to our judges to see if this is a no rep or not. Because remember, you have to have 2 feet off the floor.
Yeah, we will hear that very soon. And we see also Norbert Vescodi, as far as I'm concerned, is having the very same tactic that Markus Frison is having. So he did 13 burpees over rower, 10 burpees over rower. There was a misunderstanding in the counting, I guess. And now he did 25 wall balls, and he also did already 1,000 meters of rowing. So that's the same tactics that Markus Frison did.
And let's not forget that there is a time difference, and this will play a massive, massive part into today's performance by Chris, who's about 6 in the morning in Australia right now. We talked about having a crowd as well with Matt, our expert. This plays a big role too, especially when it comes to the last minutes.
Come on, Chris, tape it up.
Okay, and we're just checking in the back office if all the scores are correct, but it looks like they're right now. And we see Lukas Storrat is already done with the burpees over rower.
Crazy.
He is done with the burpees over rower, and it's halftime for him on the wall balls. So it looks like he is really going to do all the workouts.
And then finish with the rowing.
And then go on to the rowing.
As we've seen with the ladies, this is not a bad strategy.
It looks like this is a really good strategy because, and you mentioned this before as well as Matt did, it is like whenever you, as soon as you are on the rower, you keep rowing and you move forward. And you don't have to do a break without doing anything. But let's have a look at Chris Woolley, because he is on the very same tactics. He hasn't stepped on the rower yet.
And Lucas is on the rowing. So he's stopping at 19 wall balls to get onto the rowing. And we talked about recovery, right? We talked about maybe using the rowing machine as a recovery phase. So this means you can keep going forward as you recover. Use this to breathe, and then you can go back to the exercises that needs to be done.
Exactly, and it's quite interesting to see, so we can really easily compare Marcus to Norbert, because they are kind of using the same tactics, and we can easily compare Lucas to Chris, because they are also kind of using the same tactics. You see, Chris did 15 wall balls more than Lucas did, but is 16 burpees over rower shy of Lucas, but Lucas started rowing.
Exactly.
So it looks like this is a really tough call, because in the end, I think that Norbert is the strongest of the from a rowing perspective. Do you agree?
As far as the numbers go right now, that's how it looks like. But Lucas, we just seen his rowing screen. He's on 146 pace for 500 meters, which is not far off from Norbert's.
146 is an amazing time also.
But if we look at Norbert's body as well, he's got long legs, he's got long arms. This means he's got a very, very long pull. So each pull goes longer as the other contestants.
And he is rowing on a 138 speed now. This is unbelievable.
And for everyone that are maybe not as familiar with the type of exercises that we're seeing athletes doing, it requires a full body to get through those exercises. So it's not that you can really isolate one group of muscles at a time. You are literally using your whole body throughout the 3 exercises. And this is when it becomes very, very hard.
I totally agree. And I have to say, now that I can see that Chris Woolley is about to finish the entire workouts before he steps on the rower for the first time, he has just 5 kilometers to go on the rower. But he is doing these breaks now, and they just cost time.
Exactly, as Lucas keeps on going.
Exactly, and Lucas also just has 60 wall balls to go, which is something that I know that he can do unbroken in 2.5 minutes, maybe?
Okay.
I would say 2.5 minutes, but he still has a lot to row as well. And we just got confirmation from the back office that all the scores are correct now. So this is really reliable now. Thank you so much also for the judges on site. And you see, there are the judges on site taking care of the real rep count and being honest about it. But we also have our own judges in the back office that are investigating in case there's something not really correctly going on.
And remember, Lucas has a bit of an advantage compared to the other athletes. Why? Because he's done plenty of Hyrox events himself, holding under an hour record as well for completing the pro category. But why does he have an advantage? Because he knows how tired you can be throughout the workout. And the wall balls and rowing are part of the Hyrox live events as well. So he knows what's up. He knows, he's prepared for it. He knows how much it can hurt, how much it can make him tired.
That's 100% correct. He is a machine, and still, I think you know what the exciting part about it is, they are so different athletes. As you said, we have the tall athlete from Hungary, it's Norbert Vanksodi, and Marcus Friesson, for example. He was during the time between 17 and 19, he was in the German national cycling team. So he is a really endurance athlete and with a lot of experience there. So for him, the amount of time that this competition goes on might not be a factor.
But remember, everyone, that they only got the workout on Friday evening. So this means they had about just over 24 hours to really get ready for it. So this means they could not physically prepare for it, only mentally. And now we're looking really at the raw athleticism of each person there, the mental and physical athleticism.
Completely agree with you. They had 48 hours. I think they got a good plan because you see the different strategies that they have. And Chris Woolley has just one burpee over rower left. And then he finished all the workouts. So now Chris will quickly step on the rower and has just 5K of rowing, 5,000 meters of rowing ahead of him. And I would like to kindly ask the video assistant as well as the judges of Chris to please show us the rower, the screen of the rower as often as we possibly can so that we have the update of how this competition is going and how much rowing Chris already finished. And saying complete rowing, so we see that Lukas Storath finished about 1,500 meters of rowing so far. So he is 1,500 meters ahead of Chris, but 60 wall balls down. What do you think is the difference there?
Well, now it's going to come to how many breaks is Lukas going to take during his wall balls, because that's going to cost him times while Chris is just rowing until the white line, until the finish line. So it does not matter how much he pulls. If Lukas takes some breaks, Chris is still going forward.
To me, it looks a little bit like Lukas. If you would ask me who's leading at the moment, I would say that probably Lukas Storath is ahead in this competition at the moment, with Markus Frison and Chris Woolley and Norbert Vangsody being basically even in second position. That's how it looks to me, because Lukas has just 60 wall balls left, but already rowed almost 2 kilometers. And Markus also has 60 wall balls left, and he rowed already 600 meters more, but he has 26 burpees over rower left. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, the toughest workout.
Yeah. But again, as we've seen with the ladies, it was down to the last 5 to 3 minutes that we've really seen people taking the lead.
But do you see the calmness of the Australian people? So there is Chris Woolley fighting for the $3,000 check, and you just see a lot of people in the background working out themselves in the morning at 6 a.m.
This is great. The Southern Hemisphere, down under.
Yeah, I love playing the kookaburras.
Here we go. We've got a hang loose from the cameraman of Chris, or ladies.
So what was Chris' update there? Did we get the screen of the rower?
It's coming up here.
It's
on 600 meters.
Thank you so much for all the assistance of Chris over there, 600 meters. And right now we see all the screens, 2,120 meters for Lukas and 2,670 meters for Markus. So this is really exciting now. This is coming to, we have exactly what we wanted. We have the toughest and closest workout that we could ask for.
And as we've seen, they're all in for the money, those men. They're all very in the tunnel and concentrated. It's electrified.
Chris Woolley is on 700 meters of the rowing. So if you're asking yourself for an update there, Chris Woolley is on 700 meters. And so he is just 1,500 meters behind Lukas Storath, but he did 60 wall balls more already. I really think that Lukas Storath is leading this competition at the moment.
But again, let's leave it to the last 3 minutes of this competition, because Chris is sitting on his rower until he finishes this workout. And Lukas still has to get up, transition from his wall balls, and then get back onto his rowing machine. And this costs times.
I completely agree. And we have 3,000 meters of Markus Frison. He finished 3,000 meters of rowing. And Chris Woolley finished his first kilometer. He has 4 Ks to go. And Markus is going for the next 30 wall balls now, so he will stop on probably something like 120 wall balls after this. He has a lot of fans behind him, all wearing masks as these times require. And Norbert Vonksodi is back on the rowing machine. He just started. He has almost 3 kilometers in his pocket, but he still has to do 20 burpees over rower and 76 wall balls. So compared to Lucas, who just has 60 wall balls to go and has almost the same amount of rowing, I think Lucas is really leading this.
Look, I think we're looking at Marcus and Chris maybe going head to head after this. And 20 burpees for Norbert. And if we look at Norbert's physicality, he's a tall man. So going up and down from the floor is a big effort. Yeah, you need to get back on these long legs. And then jumping might be easier because he's got the long legs, but then going down and up will cost him a lot of energy compared to maybe the other athletes.
How do you see the difference between Chris and Luke? So we have Luke with only 60 wall balls left, and he is about 1,400 meters ahead. Does that? How do you see the difference? Because I mean, in the end, Luke still has to go off the rower and back on the rower also.
Exactly. And maybe we haven't seen, so this will cost him time, first of all, and we haven't maybe seen the real raw power of Chris rowing. You know, it will be a wrong thing to go 100% for the first 2,000 meters. So maybe he's taking it at a certain pace that for the last, let's say, half or the last quarter of his rowing number, he's probably going to go for that sprint.
I completely agree with you. I even think that the second he knows that he has a chance to win this by, by putting his speed into the third gear, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
That's when he will start even working harder on the rowing machine. He has 1,700 meters. So yes, he is exactly those 1,300 meters behind. And now you can do the math. For 1,300 meters of rowing, you need probably about 5 minutes. Is that what you would say?
Fair, yeah. Something around there.
So that would mean that Lucas is leading by about 5 minutes on the rower, but he has to do 60 wall balls. And this can also take 3.5, maybe 4 minutes. So we're talking about maybe a minute difference here.
With some rest in between?
Exactly, with some rest in between and the swap from the machine to the ground. And we should never forget about Marcus Frieson, because he only has 20 burpees over rower and 30 wall balls left.
This is exciting, guys. It's going to come really. And Chris is on refueling as he's rowing. Probably some gels, electrolytes.
Yeah, that is smart there. He's obviously in a gym doing his morning workout. People around him probably wonder what the cameras are all about. But this is the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness, the first ever competition that brings together athletes from all over the world. This is probably not true, but I'm just saying it. You know how it is. And they are fighting for the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness. By the way, the Hyrox World Championships of Fitness are gonna take place at the home of Hyrox in Hamburg, Germany on the 12th of December in 2020. This competition will definitely take place. No matter the circumstances, this World Championships will take place. So we hope to see not only the 4 athletes that you see in the picture here, but everyone else working out all over the world who is qualified. 2,000 athletes, probably a thrilling atmosphere. But to say the least, this is going to be the most exciting part of the competition now. We're getting to the last minutes.
We have done 21 minutes so far, and we're up to the last bit of this men's competition, grand final virtual competition.
It's going to be interesting to see if Lucas wants to finish the 5K rowing now and then leave the 60 wall balls for the end. He is used to that because in the real Hyrox competition, as you said,
and this is where he's got a little advantage compared to maybe the other athletes. He knows what he can do after being tired in the wall balls. Because in the live Hyrox competition, you end up all the exercises with the 100 wall balls.
Exactly, and you have the running before that, so that's comparable to the rowing, an endurance workout, the last kilometer of running. Lucas runs the kilometer way below 4, so around 3:30 in average.
But Marcus now is really coming into the screen. Look at that, 4,021 meter row done. And he's really clocking the wall balls right now. He's gonna finish his 150 wall balls probably, and then he's only having the last 20 burpees right after that. So he's really coming into the competition.
International car guest at Lucas' studio at the moment.
And look at the good spirit of Chris. He's smiling. Could we have a look at the screen of Chris?
Yeah, so 2,700 meters.
It is past halfway.
And we see that Marcus Frison is now, and this is going to be really exciting. Marcus has 17 burpees over rower left and has finished 4,000 meters. So he's got 15 burpees over rower left for the same amount of time that Chris needs to row 1,300 meters to be even with Marcus. So that's really exciting.
Exactly. Now we're really coming to that last bit where we're starting to really see the competition, and we're starting to see who's taking a lead. And so let's see now, because we passed halfway of rowing for Chris, and let's see if he's going to put, as you said, the third gear on, if he's really going to. Here we go, and they probably heard us saying that. He's starting to really have a big pull on the rowing machine, as we see.
I agree, and he's rowing way below 2 minutes for 500 meters now. And Lucas Storart, that's what we expected. He wants to finish the 5 kilometer rowing now. And I really think he is leading the competition. Chris Woolley, he will just have to go through 60 wall balls once he finished the rowing. But we have Marcus Frison, who is about to finish the rowing also because he just has 900 meters left. And then he just needs to perform 12 burpees over rower. So I think it will all come down. We will see Lucas Storart performing his wall balls, Marcus Frison performing the burpees over rower at the end, and Chris Woolley sitting on the rower performing that. And as far as I'm concerned, Norbert Vangsody is at the moment a little bit behind in 4th position.
That's right. And as we've seen Marcus Frison performing his burpees, he's really not struggling. So we're really having his last sprint right there after he's got almost 700 meters left.
Lucas with only 170 meters left on the rower, and we have Chris Woolley with 3,300 meters on the rower, so 1,700 meters left. I think that Lucas Storart is still leading the competition. He has 90 meters left on the rower, while we lost Chris Woolley here for a second, which is not a very big deal as we are still connected on the phone with the head judge, so we can still get all the data updates on the rower. And the good thing is that he is sitting on the rower, so there's nothing else to do for him anymore. Exactly. So as soon as we get reconnected on the Skype call, we will see. And now
Lucas is on the wall ball, so he's got his last bit, his last hunt. And we're on 25 minutes 30 seconds right now, and we're back with Chris with the video, and Lucas is on to his last sprint, finishing with the wall balls. He's got 50 wall balls to finish from now on.
And Lucas Storart just got a couple of no reps there on the wall balls. So this is going to be exciting. And it is as we expected. So Marcus Frison will now finish the 5K rowing. He needs to step up a little bit. He needs to get faster. Now we see Lucas has 40 wall balls left.
But look at Chris, he's really pulling onto it. He's really finishing strong. And it comes down as well to the crowd. Look at the crowd on Lucas. With Lucas, they're really cheering up for him. They're really behind him. This plays a massive, massive difference for that last sprint.
And I just hear a lot of no reps for Lucas on the wall balls. He gets a lot of no reps at this point. He has 30 wall balls left. And Marcus Friison just 70 meters, and then it's 12 burpee over rower. So can we get the screen of Chris Woolley, please? Can we get the screen to see where we're standing right now? We're standing at 3:8:20:30. So 1,150 meters left. This is coming down to the buzzer. 25 wall balls for Lucas.
Marcus has done his 5,000 meters now. He's onto his burpees.
It's Marcus versus Lucas.
It is for #1 place. And here we go. This is an exciting moment.
So it all comes down to Marcus versus Lucas in this competition. 6 burpees over rower left, and at the same time, it's 14 wall balls for Lucas. This is exciting. 5 burpees over rower left for Marcus Friison, and at the same time, the world champion, the Hyrox world champion, Lucas Storath, with only 12 wall balls left. It's 2 reps for Marcus Friison. He can win this. Marcus Friison can win this competition and be the first ever champion. And it's 6 reps for Lucas Storath.
No.
But Marcus Friison is
it a rep?
Is the first ever champion. I'm not even sure about this right now. Marcus Friison is the champion.
We've got Lucas Storath on place #2, and he's finishing with his last wall ball. And here we've got place #2 for Lucas Storath. And now it is coming down to place #3. And we're looking at Chris Woolley's screen. And what do we have? 700 meters left. 800 meters left for Chris.
Yeah, I think this is, to be honest, already decided, because there's no way Norbert can finish the 25 wall balls and 5 burpees over rower.
But now let's see what's the split between second and third place. And Chris is really putting the big effort on that last sprint. Lucas is up on his feet and thanking his fans.
Lucas and Marcus most certainly did an unbelievable performance. Such different strategies there, but in the end, it all came down to just a couple of burpees over rower or wall balls at the end. Unbelievable performance from the both of them.
And again, we have been really focusing on Lucas and Chris and Norbert, but Marcus throughout the whole was on
he flew under the radar, and suddenly he was there when it counted.
And he took it on the last seconds, literally on the last seconds. I think there's only a 10-second split from first to second place, and now we're about to find out what's the split time between the second and third place. And Chris is still on his rowing. He's got 500 meters left.
Yeah, Chris got 500 meters left of the rowing.
And let's get on Norbert's number. What?
Norbert finished the rowing now, so he has 25 wall balls and 5 burpees over rower left. And Chris got like 300 to 400 meters on the rowing left. It looks like Chris can take third position here. But let's see, we're gonna find out very soon, while Lucas is getting a lot of kisses there from the family, deserved ones, I have to add.
This is exciting, and we were under the 30 minutes as well for the overall.
Yeah, we're going to the 30 minutes, and if you ask yourself, they had very heavy weights on the dumbbells as well.
And Chris is on his last 320 meters.
Just 200 meters left for Chris now. And it's 24 wall balls left for Norbert. But can you do 24 wall balls in the same time, then you can row 150 meters? I doubt it.
That's going to be a tough one. And as we see, Norbert is taking a rest, which is costing him time. And we're on the last 100 meter for Chris.
It is the last 100 meter for Chris Woolley, and we see the amazing screen there at Norbert's gym. He can follow the entire competition while he is working out. And Marcus and Lucas already a couple of minutes into recovery after this amazing performance.
And last 10 meters to welcome Chris on his third place for this grand final of virtual. And we lost his cameraman. Everyone's way too excited. Very well done, Chris, taking the number 3 place.
So
Look at these great images.
Amazing performances. And we will be back live here in the studio and we let Norbert finish the last 3 reps. It's just 3 reps, but this is the honor that an athlete like Norbert deserves, that we all see him performing this competition to the very end. And it is a rep for Norbert now as well. That was a no rep, unfortunately, but this one's gonna be the last one. Okay.
There you go, congratulations.
Well done, everybody.
4 men in this grand final. This was an exciting one.
And Flo, we are back in the studio. What an unbelievable performance. At the same, it's crazy to see the different strategies. And in the end, it worked out on point for Marcus as well as Lucas, we have to say. What an amazing performance from the 2 of them. We're going in a little commercial break, and I see you after the break. And we want to talk to the winners now. I hope you guys all agree.
Zeit für Bier-Yoga. Einatmen, ausatmen, trinken.
Wenn du nicht bereit bist, 2 Stunden vor der Arbeit aufzustehen, ist es nichts für dich. Es ist nichts für jeden. Aber es ist was für dich. MyPro Plus. Verdien es dir.
And we are back. So there you go. Let's welcome our 3rd place of this grand final. That goes to Chris. Let's get Chris onto the show.
Good morning, Australia. Good morning, Australia.
Congratulations for taking number 3 place. How are we feeling right now?
Mate, that was so much better than a coffee. That was good. I'm feeling good. It was just brutal. Wall ball's tough. Rowing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
tough.
you left the rowing for right at the end. And let's talk through that strategy. Why the rowing at the end? Why the 5,000 meters right at the end?
I was going to break it the other way, but I went the row at the end just because I'm a smaller athlete. I'm a little shorty, so the wall balls are pretty tough at the best of times. So knocked those out, and then I knew I could pull and roll at the end. I think I rode an 18:30. I wasn't really going to beat 18 or 17:45 fresh, so just tried to get as close to my threshold as I could and just do the wall balls and burpees fresh and get them out of the way.
All right.
Amazing performance. And can you tell us a little bit about the gym you were working at? I mean, it looked like the people didn't feel very excited about you performing the grand final here. They were working out themselves all in the background.
Yeah, we're down at Joe's base camp here, and it's a great gym. I do all my. This is Joe, the owner. So we How are we doing, guys?
Hello, very good.
Very good. Thanks for having such an amazing athlete in the final. Hopefully see you all soon at an HYROX event. Well done, Chris. Congratulations. $750 prize money. And I see you at the World Championships.
Yeah, good luck to the other guys, and awesome effort from the top 2, Marcus and Lucas and Norbert. Yeah, they're just strong boys, strong athletes. We'll see them at HYROX with a bit of running to even the score.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, see you, mate. Have a good one.
And we go over to Norbert.
Let's take Lucas on.
We're going to chat to Lucas now, I think. He finished in second
Here we go. We have Lucas
position.
on. Lucas, congratulations for taking place in number 2. It was up to the last seconds right here with your wall balls. You had tell us all about your strategy. How did it go? How did you feel?
About the strategy. Yeah, I went to 5K row. It was 150 or 500. Feels easy. And then the last reps, I think they were correct, but the judge they went as good as they have to be. So it was a close race. Congratulations to Germany, to Markus Frison. Germany are best athletes, Australian and Belgium. We have to train a lot.
I mean, Luke, it was 16 seconds, so you're 100% right. In the end, this is little percentages. You got a couple no reps there. Markus also got a couple no reps before that on the burpees over rower. In the end, it was very tight, just 16 seconds. But I mean, we all know you as a beast in the perfect meaning of the word. We know you are a great fighter. You managed again to make it to the top. You finished in second position for the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness, so congratulations there. And I am not only a little bit confident that we will see you very soon on top, tackling, getting that world record back from the guy who got it from you, and at latest at the World Championships in Hamburg on the 12th of December. We will see you fighting for the top spot again. So well done again, Lucas. You're a great athlete, and we can learn a lot from you. Well done, mate.
Congratulations.
Congrats to Markus. We see you next Hyrox competition face to face.
And let's not forget the prize money that Lucas is going home with. He's got a $1,250 winning prize right here in his pocket. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks.
And this is what Lucas just mentioned, because before we go to our winner, to Markus Frison from Germany, fun fact, Markus never competed in a Hyrox competition. So let's get him in now. Let's ask him first about that fact. Markus, congratulations, first of all. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
What a great performance. You managed to really, at the end, make it. And talk us through your strategy as well, please.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I love to rowing, and I definitely love to do wall balls. And yeah, my plan was to go unbroken on all repetition and all rounds. And the plan works for me. I think I know my body really good. And
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my point, because we talked about your background. You were a cyclist, on a very high competitive level. Do you think that played a role in this evening's competition?
Yeah, of course. I did cycling for 10 years, and we learned a lot about how hard we can go in a race, and that about that many years, and I don't forget it.
Exactly, it stays in the body, and that showed up tonight. Yeah, it showed up on the last seconds of this competition that you really had that mental strength showing up. Congratulations.
And Markus, I mean, congrats to winning the Hyrox Virtual Championships of Fitness, the check of $3,000 and the qualification spot for the Hyrox World Championships of Fitness. And so, mate, I hope I see you finally at a Hyrox event, at a real Hyrox event on site, and you are fighting for that world title.
Yeah. 100%.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
And for everybody, we cannot forget about Norbert. Obviously, he did an amazing performance as well. He finished off in 4th position. He will win a Hyrox season pass, so he can show up to any event he likes. And that's it, Flo. I mean, I have to thank you, first of all, very much. We saw amazing performances, times between 27 and 32 minutes. This is all amazing. You guys can try the workout at home. You got it now.
And you've got numbers to compete against. So thank you very much for having me on the show. And this was exciting to see all these athletes. And also bringing sports again all together around the world. This is an amazing thing to have, and to see this top athlete then really compete at the best level.
And bringing people from all over the world together, that leads me again to our expert that we want to finish the night off with, Matt. You saw the entire competition. We all picked guys beforehand, and you talked to the winner just 3 days ago. You told us he was psyched about it. Talk us through the competition. What were your thoughts?
Once again, amazing to see the different styles, the different tactics, who does better with which workouts, who loses seconds or half seconds on technique. I think everyone watching can learn something. And when you see someone, even if they're a far better athlete than you, if you notice, so for example, on wall balls, if you notice like the professional CrossFitters, when they let go of the ball, they'll keep their hands down to save a little bit of shoulder strength. Or when you're jumping over the rower, putting the weights down. those kinds of things. So that was fascinating to watch the different techniques. And I think also the best strategy, again, is the one that works for you. Marcus did 30, 10, 1,000, right? And then we saw E break it up into her little couplets because that's what she wanted to do. So she did those 2 rounds of 25 and 1,000 for the burpees in the row, and then she did a couplet of wall balls and then rows. So work out, practice, find out what works best for you. And the men were amazing to watch.
And I would like to pick your brain on to what was the difference between first and second place, because we're talking about 16 seconds difference, and what made the difference?
Well, I think those no reps are tough, and if you're gonna do any 30-minute workout, those are gonna happen, and fatigue sets in. So I mean, that would probably be the most obvious one. Lucas seemed very upset about that, but we've got to trust your judge, and you've got to just always give that extra effort.
And I really like the fact that even on this top level, we have to keep judging professionally. And you can all scroll back. We all saw the reps, so we can all have our own opinion about that. I felt that it was very well done on site by the judges. It was a very fair competition, to say the least, and I really enjoyed watching that. And I was a big fan of that final, those last 20 seconds. That was just exciting.
Me too. And when you say what's the difference, I think with those 2 men, as intense as they are, if we did it again 5 more times, they'd probably both win 2 more times. I mean, that's how close they were.
I completely agree. Matt, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure having you on board, talking to you as always, getting your thoughts and picking your brain on many ideas that you have. Thank you so much. I hope to see you very soon at a Hyrox event on site, maybe in America. And hope you're looking forward to performing, because you obviously get a season pass as well.
Fantastic. If they let me fly into Germany, I'll come see you in December.
Looking forward to that very much. Thank you, Matt. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And before we call it a day, I want to thank our partners. I want to thank WIT. You get all the merchandise that we got and everything we have on the WIT store. Just check them out. They're doing our merchandise. Great partner, also the naming partner of the Virtual Championships of Fitness. Obviously, Puma, Concept 2, Warsteiner, Creapure, MyPro. We have amazing partners on board. We need that. They are supporting us all through the way. And so are you, Flo. Thank you very much for joining this.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
My pleasure. Well, it was to be here and to see all these top athletes perform this evening. And now it's your turn to be part of this competition. Remember, we've got the new dates. We've got in Hamburg on the 12th of December 2020, and then it just keeps on going from January 2021 on. So make sure you get your ticket and be part of the Hyrox Society.
Wherever you are in the world, have a great day, great night, or whatever it is. We see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Super fordert, Workout. Hallo, mein Name ist Matthias Schöpfer und ich mache jetzt die Equipment Workout.